everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brianne and this is Breeze Knits. Hi again. Hi to all of my former viewers or still viewers, hopefully. It's been a while since I've uploaded. I don't even want to look when was the last time I uploaded because that makes me a little nervous, honestly. But let's take a look just for look's sake. Sorry, I'm trying to find my videos. It's been a long time since I've even been on this app. Content. There we go. 3 months ago was the last time I posted, which sounds about right. So for those of you who don't know, aren't on Instagram, or possibly don't follow me on Instagram, that's fine. But I've been away because I and my husband are expecting our first baby. And it's been a whirlwind of the past. I'm actually 5 months pregnant, so I guess I was still trying my best to still upload during the first couple of months. But I know month 2 and 3 really took it out of me. I didn't really have any energy to do anything. I was very much not in the mood for knitting. The only thing I've knit so far in this time period was it the Sophie shawl, and I don't even have it to show you guys because I gave it away as a Christmas gift. And it was a very late Christmas gift on top of that. And I knit one penny glove because it was cold, and then kind of got tired of knitting again. And knitting something that needs a set was a very bad idea because I just didn't want to keep knitting. Now I'm in my 5th month. I'm 5 months pregnant, and I am hoping to, I'm getting more energy in general. Is it a ton? No, I have to remind myself to pace myself and to kind of remind myself it's okay. I don't have to do everything all at once, especially because at this point I am really tired. I know that also before I stopped uploading, I actually was a tester for it feels really weird here because I usually have a pretty nice background, but I was working from home today and it's starting to get darker faster. So just after I was done, I was like, okay, let me just make a video. And if I try to make the setup nice, then I am definitely not going to upload because it's a lot of energy already and the light's almost out and I already have to have another light helping. So I'd rather not have, I don't know. It's just a lot right now. I'm just trying to make it basic and easy for me to upload again. But yeah, so like I was saying, I was very tired for a few months. I finally had enough energy to finish the Sophie shawl because I started it. Oh, that's what it was. My mind is everywhere. Pregnancy brain is a real thing. I started the Sophie shawl before I got pregnant or before I found out, but I worked on it little by little during the first couple of months, and then I stopped and then I started again. Maybe if I can get a picture of it one day, I'll post it. But yeah, I already gave it away. I did the smallest size just because, mostly because I was already getting tired of it and I was just tired in general. So I wanted to feel some sort of sense of accomplishment. So I did the smaller size. And then before that, I was a tester for Friday Knits for the Daphne dress. I finished majority of it. However, it is a unfinished project in my closet right now. I wasn't able to finish it by the deadline. I felt really bad. I messaged Phoebe. It was just literally all of the nausea and everything was getting to me. So I was just not in a good place to finish it, even though it was literally just stockinette for such a long time. I probably have about maybe 2 more inches left of the skirt portion of that dress, and I just didn't finish it. I don't know if I did it now, if it would even fit me anymore, just because it's gotten a little bit bigger. And it kind of feels like every week he's kind of popping out more. So it's kind of unpredictable to make anything. That's where I was, in the middle of that test, found out one, it was just a lot going on at that time. And then two, found out I was pregnant. And then I was starting to get the morning sickness really hard and heavy. And it was just really, it was just really hard for me. So even now, I don't really have anything to show you guys. I've been thinking about making, oh, our baby is due in the summertime. It's due in June. So June in Southern California, it's not very that cold. So we wouldn't really need a lot of things to keep him warm. Did I mention it was a boy too? It's a boy. It's our first child and we're having our first boy. But we don't really need a lot of things to keep him warm. But I did like still the idea of making a few handmade items. So I was going to hopefully start this weekend on knitting him a small onesie for when he's first born. Just a regular old plant-based one. There is the Sandra Maldajes from Galjos Bugaljos. I'll write it. She definitely does a lot of like duo, like spring duo rompers or like other duo romper kind of onesies. So I'm really thinking about using those patterns. Sorry, I like forget what words are, and it's like the simple words and they're there, but I forget about them. But I'm kind of hoping to do a couple of those onesies before the baby's here. It kind of just hit me the other day. I have like a couple more weeks until I'm 6 weeks. I'm 6 weeks, 6 months pregnant. And that was a bit of a wake up call. I mean, like I said, nobody's really putting the pressure on me other than me. If anything, I have a lot of people saying, like, well, they're going to grow so fast and then they're going to mess them up and they're going to get them dirty and, the huge, which is true. And I know all of these things, but I think it'd be cute to have like one or two things made for him. I asked a while ago on my Instagram if people thought newborn socks were worth it. I know they can't really regulate their temperature, and in California, we do like to utilize our air conditioning a lot. So even if we're indoors, say for like a month or so, most of the time his feet might be cold. So I thought maybe it'd be cute, but I think I got one pattern. It's like a really long, what are they called? Ribbed. There you go. And it's a really long ribbed socks so it can stay on the baby's foot instead of them kicking it off all the time. But then I thought, do I really want to make socks right now? I think I'm content with just making onesies for now, and then maybe as time goes on, I can find the energy to make a sweater or something for him in the winter time. But that's where I'm at right now. I want to pick up where I left off last time, which was with the Knit That series with the Gilmore Girls. I feel so bad because I feel like I've kind of let people down because I was like all gung-ho for that series, but I just really needed a lot of time to get adjusted to this new pregnancy life and this new ever-changing body, I guess. And even then, like, I also haven't watched any knitting content since I got pregnant either, because I just started feeling so bad about myself every time I'd turn on a video and I see all these projects done, and I just felt like I was being left out, even though it was for a very natural reason. It was just almost like heartbreaking to watch. So I haven't really watched anybody's content. I wasn't on my Instagram that often, but I am ready to come back. I miss knitting. It's going to be definitely a slower outcomes, but you know what? I do like more a product knitter, but I do like to make as much as I can because I'd like to wear everything that I can. But you know what? I don't even know if I can knit that much for me. I mean, So I'm in a phase where the baby, like if you were to look at me, you wouldn't think, oh, she's pregnant right away. And then I try to decide nothing, but then I do this, and there he is. Um, and he is like measuring a week bigger. If you hear snoring, that's my dog. But he's measuring like bigger than how many weeks I'm pregnant, which I've now learned that ultrasounds aren't always entirely accurate. So that's very good to know. But anyway, that's what I was saying. I've worn like a few things that I've knitted myself. Like I've worn the the Secret Summer top by Jessie May, but that's when my stomach was a little bit smaller, and I've worn the Ripple halter top by Jessie May. Again, my stomach was a little bit smaller, so I could kind of get away with it. But now, I mean, I do get a little bit warmer. Southern California was starting to get over that whole stormy season that we had, and I'm loving the sun. I'm sad because in my neighborhood it's supposed to be like slightly sprinkling this weekend. I think like eventually like some point this weekend it's supposed to be sprinkling. But I'm very excited for spring to be here. I love spring and miss it. But that makes me think of like I want to wear like knitted tank tops and items and such like that. But I don't know. Feel like I wouldn't really have anything to cover the belly, which to me is fine. I don't really mind showing off my belly. Like, I don't mind people touching my belly either. I mean, obviously not strangers, but like people I know. But I just I don't know how I feel about that. I guess it would be like a wearing around the house kind of top. But I definitely want to make, like, I have this weird desire to make more tank tops right now. Yeah, maybe they would just be like house tank tops. But I've seen so many great releases, knitting releases since I've stopped knitting. And it's like very exciting to have all of these just ready for me to knit because I don't have to wait through this whole like test knitter phase. But then at the same time, I'm like, there's so much to knit and I'm so behind. Like that's just how I feel. I feel like I'm behind on everything. But I know that's not the case. You know, I've literally been working on something inside of me. It's so crazy because before, you know, I have my family members like we didn't know as much as you guys do now. And like literally on my app, like every week I'm like looking at what the baby's the size of. This week he is the size of let's open up my app. He's supposedly the size of a banana, but it also depends on like how quickly he's growing constantly. But my last scan was a couple weeks ago and he was still measuring a week bigger. So if that's the case, if he keeps it up, he's more like between a banana and a papaya. But if it's within the same, like he's slowing down, then he's the size of a banana. Or so there's also like other comparisons, and one of them was a yogurt tube, if you ever had those when you were a kid. Or, you know, different apps have different comparisons. I think one of them said my baby was the size of an artichoke. But it's pretty crazy because it's like, wow, like I'm a big fan of Doctor Who. And we had it was my friend. We were talking and he's like, wow, you actually have like two hearts inside of you right now. And I was like, oh, I do. I have two hearts. I am growing two hearts and I have two brains. And even though it doesn't feel like I have two brains because the fog settles in sometimes, or I can't remember words. But it's just pretty insane. Like I have two sets of arms right now and two sets of legs, and I have two nervous systems, which is pretty crazy to think about, like how much your body can do. But I'm very excited. I do hope to start uploading again. I might start like batch filming so that way if I ever get tired I can still put out something. I miss interacting with everybody. I love seeing everything on Instagram, and I think even Friday Knits has started working on a beautiful, gorgeous ribbed sweetheart neckline dress. And I'm like, why do you do this to me? Because by the time I can finish that, I'll probably have given birth already. And I don't even know if I want to wear it, but I want to wear it now. But it's great to see, what's been coming out. So I'm very excited to get back in, but I just kind of wanted to do a little video of like where I've been, and life's been insane as far as like work goes. And yeah, like work has just been a full on. And then because it's the new year and it's in kind of university corporate-ish setting, it's January, let's hit the ground running with new ideas and let's implement them and let's figure it out along the way. And it's a lot. Like I used to be able to kind of maybe knit on my breaks and lunches. Now my breaks and lunches, I mean, maybe also because I'm pregnant, I'm just like, I would prefer to sleep and take every minute eating and then take a breath and then I'll go back to work. But I don't know, hopefully things change soon. I am an assistant. I don't think I've ever mentioned that. I'm an admin assistant, and I'm actually hoping to transfer to be an academic advisor for students. So that's exciting. I hope that happens soon. But that's kind of everything I've been in the process in, while also being pregnant and also helping put on like these events for work while also being pregnant. So I've just been really, really tired, but I've been seeing everybody's posts. Do I interact as much? No, again, because I'm so tired, but very excited to kind of have like some semblance of energy back. And I feel like it's only going to be like this for another month or two, because I heard the third trimester is where it really hits you hard. But I also thought I was going to be like, I'm thinking in my head, like, oh, I'll be fine. But I thought I was also going to be fine my first trimester, and I wasn't. But just send me good energy, good thoughts, prayers, whatever you do. Your girl is tired. Okay, so like I was saying, your girl has been really tired, but I can use all of the extra energy that anybody has sent to me. Like I said, I know it's not that big of a deal. No one's putting the pressure on me other than me, but I would like to make some onesies for my babies. So send me some energy. Because like I said, I know I didn't think the first trimester would take me out so bad, and it did. And then here I am thinking like, maybe I'll be okay the third trimester. But I also have experience after the first one, knowing that I had absolutely no energy for anything. And every time I kept promising a new video on Instagram, I just kind of stopped at that point because I couldn't fulfill my promise because I was so tired. So we will see. Thanks for everybody who's stuck around and who is watching this video now. Yeah, I really hope to just make a bit more. Maybe I'll focus on like bralettes and stuff because I kind of need them right now. And or I've noticed too, I like just everything Friday Knits has been making so far. I'm like, yeah, this is beautiful. Or like chunky cardigans, but not like super chunky cardigans. I don't know. Right now, I'm not really feeling the vibe of super chunky. So just chunky for me right now seems it. Or like I want to do all of the fingering, what do you call it? All of the fingering weight tank tops. There you go. That's what they're called, tank tops. But that's all I want to do right now. So I really, yeah, I have a lot that I want to do, but it's just a matter of time and energy. So we shall see. But thank you all again for being here, because I haven't filmed in such a long time. So it feels weird seeing myself while trying to talk to you guys. Thank you all for being here. It's been great. Maybe the next video I'll post some plans I have for the baby, kind of a la Well of Knits, but mostly I'm trying to think of like summer knits I can make, because by the end of summer he'll be at 3 months, right? Well, 2.5-ish. depending on when he comes. So between 2.5 to maybe 3 months. So I'm thinking like, what can I do for the summertime, but also recognizing that I probably won't just have him in just onesies because it is warm and hot over here. So because babies can't have sunscreen on right away, not till they're like 6 months, gotta have some sort of protection on them at the same time. But I'm definitely not gonna be using Pool. I have my yarn still from Hobby Lobby that's like bamboo, cotton, and I forgot what the last one was. But we'll definitely be looking into plant-based yarns for the baby for the first few months anyway. If anybody has any ideas, Odd Eddie summer knits for boys. Excuse me, I'm so tired. I have not napped today. I actually have not napped in some time, but I do know I should nap every day at least. But I don't have, but that's the unfortunate reality. I do not have the time to nap. We do not live. And you know what? Fine, I'll just go on this rant. I thought it was going to end, but I will go on this rant. I am jealous of all of our European knitting moms out there because just going through and talking about the maternity leave afterwards is absolutely insane. And the paternity leave too is only like 6 weeks that fathers get. Mothers, if you haven't been with the company for a year, you're not eligible for the leave protection with them. So you have to have been there for a year or like work certain many hours and work there for a year. So if it say like my job, for example, if I will have been working there for the amount of hours needed, like beginning of April. But because I won't have been there for a year, and my year mark won't be until after disability, then like 2 weeks after disability or something, I would not technically qualify yet. So it's like having to make all these decisions, but then going on TikTok and having all these algorithms, or the algorithm specifically for pregnant women, parents, like that's basically my whole algorithm right now. Having all of these like Scandi moms being like, oh, we can take 9 months. We get 60% of our pay. Or like maybe it's more of it. I think we get only 60. Is it 60? I think it was like, yeah, something like that in the US, but only for disability. And then if you want to go on maternity leave for a long time, it's not paid. And it's so frustrating. So I think there's paid family medical leave, and then there's the not paid one, and the paid one is only for a short period of time. And it's just definitely not a fun thing to think about. And then when I see all the other Scandi moms being like living their best life, having all of their like support and resources come from like the government and from whatever, it just feels, it definitely, I can't help but feel jealous in that way. But you know what? We have to play with the cards we're dealt with, and this is where I'm at. But it's definitely been like also another stressor that's been occupying my mind aside from knit one pro one. So again, also another thing is just like a lot of stress, a lot of fatigue, a lot of everything else that comes with being pregnant. But I'm excited to be back. I hope you guys don't get sick of me. I also realized the sun kind of set very quickly, so now I'm just stuck with my artificial light instead of both. And now I look very oily. Anyway, maybe this weekend I'll film another one, but I'm not going to make promises. I'm going to do my best to film though, because I do miss it. And I'm also going to try to start knitting for my baby. But I also want to knit for myself, but it feels weird because we only have so much time left till the baby comes. I feel like even more selfish that I want to knit for myself. But then I'm like, I just want to knit like 3 things for him and then be done. I don't really want to knit like the same thing over and over again, just because I've noticed for like the summertime, at least, there's not really too many great options for boys. And I don't know. That's also discouraging too from wanting to make him anything. There's a lot of like cute winter stuff for both sexes. But so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll just do like plain unisex things. But then that gets boring after a while too. Then I also thought about a bonnet, like the Anchors bonnet, but maybe make it plant-based. But I just don't know. I don't know what to do, or if I should just wait and then make. My dog sniffing me. For some reason, whenever I have dresses, she's very interested in just the fabric of the dress. But I don't know if I should make stuff like for the summer or just wait until it starts to get colder and then make him a sweater or two. I don't know. These are the thoughts that go through my mind occasionally, not constantly, but occasionally. But yeah, that's it. I think that truly is it now. So I'm going to stop that right here before I keep talking, because I will keep talking to you guys. And fine by me, but I don't know if there's another knitter who actually has real knitting content for you and isn't just talking about their life. So I will release you. Thank you guys so much for watching. My dog is right here just being cute, absolutely adorable. No, she does not know I'm pregnant yet. There are some dogs that's got nothing going on there. I have a cat who was a mama. She definitely knows I'm pregnant. She was laying nonstop on my belly throughout the first trimester and constantly kneading on it. And now she just always hovers by me and grooms me a lot. So animals are precious. Anyway, but that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you guys for still being here. And I hope to be back soon, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.